All right, and welcome back to another edition of ToryTalks Pokemon Red. I'm here with a special guest, Adam Bop Bop Crouch, also known as @theHoshua on the Twitter. Hashtag I hate Adam Crouch. Adam, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, Pete. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be on.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you as I battle this wild Rattata. Tell us, you've got some experience as a talk show host. Why don't you enlighten us about that, just so that we know that you're qualified to be here?
So here's the story. This story isn't gonna do what you just said it would do, but
Okay.
one day I was like, I'm really bored. I should start a talk show. And then, ta-da! now Crouch and a Couch exists. Oh wow, you barely beat that. That was embarrassing.
It really was.
You were 3 levels above.
Really not good at this Pokemon thing, so I'm gonna potion it up here because I don't know where the Pokemon Center is.
That's a good move.
Yeah, thanks.
You're a good trainer, a nice trainer.
You know what? There's going to be a future episode in which I talk about the ethics of Pokemon and whether or not it's cool to like make animals fight each other. But yeah. So
what does that do to our children?
We're teaching our kids.
Are messed up, and it's because of Pokemon.
Take these little animals and make them kill each other.
No, they get knocked out. They
kill
each other.
Okay, they faint.
Right? It's a KO. Yeah,
what?
They faint.
You know what happens when like a little kid faints a whole bunch? It's called epilepsy, and it's not good. Anyway, we didn't come here to talk about that. Adam. Oh man, Crouch is a bit of an expert on a certain sport. Crouch, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I'm an expert, an enthusiast, an avid watcher, and occasional player of Ultimate Frisbee.
Nice.
The Frisbee doesn't need to be added on there.
Oh.
It's not like a real thing. That it's Ultimate. The game is called Ultimate.
The game is called
Frisbee. Frisbee is a name brand for a type of Ultimate disc that's produced by Whammo that isn't used by any leagues that are taken seriously. They use Discraft discs. So it doesn't make sense to ever add the word Frisbee there, but I always have to when I'm introducing what I'm talking about.
Because if you just say, do you play Ultimate? And somebody will be like, Ultimate Fighting?
Yeah.
Or... Yeah.
Finish your thought. Like, I did.
That's the end of the sentence.
This is a noun now.
Good. I'm getting my Pokemon healed. That's not a euphemism. So, this episode is going so poorly. So how did you get into Ultimate?
I got into Ultimate because I wasn't very athletic, but I love sports. And there's not as much competition in Ultimate. And so when I came to college, I just found a group of guys that played that and got really into it. And it was mostly just because it was like, you know, it's fun to be the top dog, and you can't really be the top... I can't be the top dog at basketball or football.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, well, I'm just going to try this Ultimate thing out. And now I really love it and think it's the best sport ever, so...
Yeah, well, and as far as I know, you're pretty decent at it, so,
yeah. I can hold my own.
Yeah, I feel like you can. And I've seen you swing a golf club, so I know that he's not just being humble. He does look good in golf pants, though.
I do look good in golf pants.
That's
not the best at what I do in the golf pants.
Cool.
I don't think into that.
So what is the biggest difference between Ultimate as a competitive sport and just going around throwing the Frisbee? Oh, we played Frisbee and we tried to throw it in the end zone. What makes it competitive? What makes it a sport?
Well, it's just, this probably won't answer your question, but I'm just gonna talk about it.
Oh, go for it.
So, Ultimate, the way it's played, is it's 7-on-7, and you pull the disc much like a kickoff, and then the other team catches that pull, P-U-L-L, pull is the word for it, and then and you and your team work the disc to try and get into the other end zone, without walking or moving at all while you're holding the disc, and without the other team intercepting the disc. And so there's a lot of different strategies, both on offense and defense, to do that. The most common one in the professional leagues that exist, and most of the major clubs, is the horizontal stack, which is where there are 3 handlers, or people that are good at throwing the disc, and 4 cutters, which are people that are good at shaking their defender and catching the disc, making cuts is what it's called. And so the three handlers will look for the cutters that will be cutting up and down the field in a horizontal fashion. It's not the stack is horizontal, but they're cutting vertical.
Yeah.
So they'll cut up and down the field.
They're cutting end zone to end zone.
Yeah. So when the guy next to you is cutting upfield, you're cutting downfield, and then you switch. It's like a engine
piston,
a combustion engine.
Yeah.
Yes, pistons, like a piston. And so you do that, and you work the disc upfield. My phone almost fell. So that's the dynamics of the game, and then there's zone defenses that work to stop people from just shaking one single defender and whatnot.
So it seems like there are a lot of similarities between Ultimate and hockey, or maybe field hockey. And I'm about to fight Blue, which is, I don't think this is going to go well. So if you're familiar with hockey, there's a lot of strategy to that. And I think it's cool. What is it about college campuses that, like, this is weird to me. I didn't know hardly anything about Ultimate. I mean, I'd sort of throw the Frisbee around, but I got to college, and that's all anybody ever did. I remember the first weekend I was at college, 40 guys went out and played Ultimate, and that's how I met everybody.
You just brought out Bird Jesus, and that's a cool thing.
I thought I would... Ever since I started, I was like, I'm going to get a Pidgey, and I'm going to name my Pidgey Bird Jesus.
This is going really poorly for you.
Oh, it's a disaster right now. I don't know what happened. And I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just wandering around, and I just happened to walk to the one place where Blue is going to kick my trash in, so... Yeah. Last episode, his Charmander beat me by 1 hit point. I was so mad.
Yeah, but college campuses, this is why I think it catches on in college campuses. Because you go to college and you're ready for something new. And growing up, you don't really hear about Ultimate Frisbee. And so then when anyone brings it up, everyone's like, that's new and exciting, and I'm an adventurous college student. And I self-identify with being adventurous and liking new things, and so I'm going to try this thing, and then there it is. I think you've got a shot here, Pete.
I think my shot is not strong.
Well, not accurate now, so...
Well, how can I don't know. I was going to try to make a joke about how I'm Bird Jesus, but I can't because I'm about to die. So, if he keeps using Sand Attack, though... nope, okay.
You're sick.
Oh, there it goes. Alright.
Alright, that's fine.
Well, so we gotta... I don't know what's gonna happen out of this. I blacked out. I'm dead. So apparently the Pokemon hurt me also, which is sort of odd. But you you've cultivated a relationship with a professional Ultimate athlete.
Cameron Brock of the Indianapolis Alley Cats.
Yep.
I befriended him on Twitter because he was doing really well on the team that I love the most, which is the Indianapolis Alley Cats. And so I, would just start tweeting him after games and stuff because I always watch the live streams. And then eventually he was like, hey, like, you're a cool guy and you're a fan and you're loyal, and that's kind of creepy, but it's cool because there's not that big of a fan base for Ultimate yet. And so he was like, "You need to come to watch a game sometime." And so me and Mason Akers went up and watched a game, and we stayed at his grandma's house.
Wait, Mason's house or Cameron Brock's grandma's
Cameron
house?
Brock's grandma's house. Yeah, and then ever since then we've been friends, and we actually just, some of the Ultimate guys, he sent us an invitation to his wedding because like we've just stayed that close. Like he comes to campus like once or twice a semester to give us like clinics and like teach us stuff, and we went to the home opener game this year and watched them win there, or they lost, but Cameron scored a bunch, so it was a win to us. And yeah, it's cool.
That's really crazy because to sort of wrap up here, there's an even weirder connection between Crouch and I because you know Cameron Brock, and a guy who plays for the Alley Cats, Jason Cheek, was a guy I went to college with and lived with my good friend and roommate Shane Feemster. So it's like 7
Jason
degrees of
Cheek,
Kevin Bacon
him
right there.
on that team.
He's a cool dude, and he's good. So
yeah, he's good.
hey, it's been really great. This has been Adam Crouch. He's at the Hoshua on Twitter, so look him up. Yeah.
THOSHUAH.
Yeah.
Lots of H's.
See you next time.
Love ya.